Welcome back to Scholarly Waves, where we kind of take these really complex academic papers and try to make them make sense for everyone.
Yeah.
Today, we're going to be looking at a paper about something that I think is pretty mind-blowing, teaching AI to reason.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Like actual reasoning.
Yeah. It's a really fascinating concept. We're talking about AI that can figure things out like on its own, almost like a human would.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The paper is called DeepSeek-R1, Incentivizing Reasoning Capability in LLMs via Reinforcement Learning. And it comes from DeepSeek AI, a company that's really pushing the boundaries of what AI can do.
Yeah. And what's really interesting about their approach is they actually managed to teach this AI to reason without giving it like tons of examples beforehand. So it's like teaching someone to solve a puzzle without like ever showing them a completed one.
So how did they pull that off?
Well, they started with a model called DeepSeek-R1.
Okay.
And this one learned purely through a process called reinforcement learning. You can kind of imagine it like giving a child a puzzle and then just, giving them positive feedback like, oh, you're doing good when they start putting pieces together correctly.
Yeah.
Eventually, they start to get the hang of it.
Okay, so no example puzzles, just like you're on the right track.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, just encouragement when it starts figuring things out on its own.
Did it actually work?
It did.
Okay.
It did. At first, DeepSeek-R1 wasn't very successful.
Yeah.
It only got about 15.6% of the answers right on this challenging math exam called AM 2024.
Uh-huh.
But then the researchers noticed something that was incredible.
Okay.
The model started to hesitate.
Really?
Like it was thinking things through more carefully.
So it's taking more time to analyze the problem, maybe trying different approaches.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And that shift in behavior led to a huge jump in performance.
Wow.
DeepSeek-R1 went from that 15.6% success rate to a whopping 71%.
Oh, wow.
On that same math exam. So it was like rivaling some of the most advanced AI models out there.
That's a massive improvement.
Huge improvement. Yeah.
But I'm guessing there's a catch.
Yeah, well...
You mentioned earlier that this model was like a brilliant but messy student.
Yes.
What did you mean by that?
Well, while DeepSeek-R1 was great at figuring things out,
Okay.
its answers were often jumbled and hard to understand.
Okay.
Sometimes it would even mix languages together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the logic was there, but the presentation needed work.
Exactly. Needed a little bit of refining.
So what did the researchers do to address that?
Well, they created a new model called just DeepSeek-R1.
Okay.
And this was essentially like a refined version of the original.
Mm-hmm.
And this time they gave the AI a little bit of a head start.
Okay.
They called it cold start data.
Cold start data. What is that exactly?
You can think of it as like giving the AI some high-quality examples of good reasoning to learn from. It's not like the complete solution, but it's like it provides a framework for understanding how to approach problems more effectively.
Okay. So they gave DeepSeek-R1 a little guidance.
Little guidance.
But still let it continue learning through reinforcement learning.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's like, giving a student some well-organized notes before an exam.
Yeah.
It helps them structure their thoughts,
Uh-huh.
approach the material more strategically.
And how did DeepSeek-R1 perform compared to the original model?
It became a star pupil.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. DeepSeek-R1 ended up being just as good as one of the top-performing models out there.
Okay.
OpenAI's 01, 12, 17.
Wow. So a little bit of structure went a long way.
Yeah, went a long way.
But I'm curious, could this reasoning ability be transferred to other AI?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even smaller ones that would be easier to run on everyday devices?
Yeah, that's where the concept of distillation comes in.
Distillation? What is that?
It's like taking the knowledge of a master chef and transferring it to a promising apprentice.
Okay, so bottling up the essence of DeepSeek-R1 and sharing it with other AIs.
Exactly.
Did that actually work?
It did. They used the data generated by DeepSeek-R1 to teach smaller open source models.
Okay.
Like Quinn and Llama.
Mm-hmm.
And even a relatively small model, DeepSeek-R1 which had only 7 billion parameters.
Wait, only 7 billion parameters is considered small in the world of AI?
In this context, yes.
Okay.
Some of the larger language models have hundreds of billions of parameters.
Wow.
But even with its smaller size, DeepSeek-R1 managed to outperform some of the larger models that hadn't been taught to reason in this way.
That's incredible. So this smaller AI, equipped with the right knowledge, was able to surpass models many times its size.
Right.
It makes you wonder what the future holds for AI development.
It certainly does. If smaller models can achieve this level of reasoning, imagine the possibilities.
Yeah.
We could have powerful AI assistants on our phones helping us with all sorts of everyday tasks.
That's an exciting thought.
It is.
But before we get too carried away, I think it's important to remember that the journey wasn't all smooth sailing.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the researchers faced some significant challenges along the way.
Right? Even brilliant minds have their off days.
Yeah, exactly.
The paper actually mentions a section on unsuccessful attempts, which I found really intriguing. It's a reminder that even in cutting-edge research, not everything works out perfectly the first time.
Yeah, exactly. And often it's those failures that lead to the most valuable insights.
Absolutely. So what kind of challenges did the DeepSeek researchers encounter?
Well, one of the biggest hurdles was figuring out how to measure and guide the AI's reasoning process.
Yeah,
I wanted to make sure it was thinking in a way that was both effective and understandable.
that makes sense. Reasoning is a complex human skill, and translating that into a set of rules for a machine
Right.
is no easy feat.
Precisely. They explored various techniques like process reward models,
Okay.
which attempt to assess the quality of the AI's thought process itself.
So not just focusing on the final answer, but looking at how the AI arrived at that answer.
That's right. But applying those models consistently across different types of tasks proved to be quite challenging.
Yeah, it was kind of like, trying to grade a student's essay based on their thought process rather than just the final product.
Yeah. I can imagine that gets pretty complex, especially when you're dealing with the intricate workings of an AI.
Exactly. And another approach that they looked at was something called Monte Carlo tree search.
Oh, okay.
It's a technique that's often used in game-playing AIs.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Have you?
Yeah, the AI is looking ahead at all the possible moves in a game, trying to find the best path to victory.
Yes, exactly. But applying that to the world of language and reasoning
Yeah.
turned out to be much trickier than anticipated.
Why is it? It seems like it would be a good fit for problem solving.
Well, the challenge is that the search space for language is vastly larger
Oh, okay.
and more complex
Yeah.
than a game like chess or Go.
Yeah.
So the AI was getting lost in a sea of words, trying to find the best way to express its reasoning.
You could say that, yeah, even with a sophisticated guiding system, training the AI to make consistently good decisions within this vast landscape of language proved to be a major obstacle.
It sounds like those unsuccessful attempts were actually quite valuable in revealing the intricacies of AI reasoning.
Absolutely. It highlights the fact that we're still in the early stages of understanding how to build machines that can truly think like humans do.
But despite those challenges, the DeepSeek researchers managed to make remarkable progress with both DeepSeek-R1 Zero and DeepSeek-R1.
Indeed, yeah. Their work showcases the incredible potential of reinforcement learning and the ingenuity of human researchers in guiding AI development.
And it makes me wonder what other breakthroughs they might achieve in the future.
I'm equally curious to see where their research leads us next.
This whole discussion of teaching AI to reason has me thinking about the broader implications.
Yeah.
What kind of impact could this technology have on our lives?
That's a fascinating question to consider. If we can successfully teach AI to reason more effectively, it could revolutionize countless aspects of our world.
From healthcare and education to transportation and entertainment, the possibilities seem endless.
Yeah, imagine AI collaborating with doctors to diagnose diseases more accurately, or assisting engineers in designing more efficient and sustainable infrastructure.
Or even helping us create new forms of art and music that we couldn't have imagined before.
Yeah, the potential benefits are truly mind-boggling.
Absolutely.
But of course, we need to be mindful of the ethical considerations as well.
Of course, that's crucial. As AI becomes more sophisticated, we need to ensure that it's developed and used responsibly.
Absolutely. We need to address potential biases, safeguard against unintended consequences, and ensure that AI benefits all of humanity, not just a select few.
It's a conversation that needs to involve not just researchers and developers, but society as a whole.
Absolutely. We all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI, ensuring that it aligns with our values and aspirations.
This DeepSeek research has provided a fascinating glimpse into the possibilities and challenges of AI reasoning.
It's a reminder that we're on the cusp of a technological revolution, with the potential to reshape our world in profound ways.
And we're just beginning to explore the vast potential of this technology.
It's an exciting time to be alive and witness the unfolding of this new era of intelligence.
Something that really stood out to me in the paper was the success they had with distillation. The fact that they could transfer this reasoning ability to smaller, more efficient models is remarkable.
Yeah, it is. It challenges our assumptions about the relationship between size and intelligence in AI.
Yeah, it's not just about raw processing power anymore.
Right.
It's about having the right kind of smarts.
And that opens up a world of possibilities for integrating AI into our everyday lives.
Imagine having a personal AI assistant on your phone that can truly understand your needs and help you make complex decisions.
Right. It could revolutionize the way we work, learn, and interact with the world around us.
But again, we need to proceed with caution,
Of course.
ensuring that these AI systems are developed ethically and used for the betterment of humanity.
Absolutely. We need to have open and honest conversations about the potential risks and benefits of AI and work together to create a future where AI empowers us all.
This DeepSeek research is just one piece of a much larger puzzle.
It is.
But it's a crucial piece that highlights both the incredible potential and the complex challenges of AI reasoning.
It's a field that's constantly evolving. And I, for one, am eager to see what new discoveries and innovations emerge in the years to come.
Yeah, it really is a fascinating field. And this DeepSeek research has given us a lot to think about. It's like we've opened a door to a whole new world of possibilities, but we need to be careful about how we proceed.
That's a great analogy. Yeah, it's like we've stumbled upon this powerful new tool, but we need to learn how to use it wisely and responsibly.
Exactly. And speaking of learning, one thing that really struck me in the paper was the emphasis on the challenges that they encountered. It's refreshing to see that level of transparency in research.
I agree.
It makes the successes even more impressive.
Yeah, it's a reminder that even the most groundbreaking research involves a lot of trial and error.
Yeah.
The unsuccessful attempts section of the paper was particularly insightful.
Absolutely. It highlighted the complexity of defining and evaluating good reasoning in AI. It's not just about getting the right answer, but ensuring the AI arrives at that answer through a process that we would consider logical.
Right. For example, they mentioned some limitations with DeepSeek-R1's ability to handle certain tasks, like function calling and multi-turn conversations.
Okay.
These are areas where human reasoning excels, but they're still proving to be quite difficult for AI.
It makes sense those tasks require a deeper understanding of context and the ability to adapt to changing circumstances.
Exactly.
It's a reminder that we're still in the early stages of developing AI that can truly think like humans.
And even with the successes they achieved, there's still the issue of the language mixing you mentioned earlier.
Right.
The fact that the model might revert to English even when the query is in a different language shows that there's still room for improvement in terms of multilingual capabilities.
That's a crucial point, especially as AI becomes more integrated into our globalized world.
Yeah.
We need AI systems that are culturally sensitive and can seamlessly navigate different languages and contexts.
It's a challenge, but it's also an exciting opportunity to push the boundaries of what AI can do. Imagine a world where language barriers are no longer an obstacle to communication and collaboration.
That would be incredible. But for now, it seems like we need to focus on refining these models.
Right.
And ensuring they're aligned with our values and ethical principles.
Absolutely. As we've discussed, the ethical considerations are paramount.
Yes.
We need to be mindful of potential biases, unintended consequences, and the need to ensure that AI benefits all of humanity.
It's a responsibility we all share. Researchers, developers, policymakers, and everyday citizens all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI.
It's a conversation that needs to continue and evolve as AI technology advances. We need to be proactive in addressing these challenges and ensuring that AI is used for good.
This DeepSeek research has provided a valuable glimpse into both the incredible potential and the complex challenges of AI reasoning. It's a field that's rapidly evolving, and it's clear that we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
It's an exciting time to be following this field, and I'm eager to see what the future holds for AI and how it will shape our world.
Well, this has been a fascinating look into the world of AI reasoning. We've covered a lot of ground, from the impressive achievements of DeepSeek-R1 to the challenges that still lie ahead.
Yeah.
What are your final thoughts on all of this?
I think the key takeaway is that AI reasoning is a powerful tool with the potential to revolutionize countless aspects of our lives. But as with any powerful tool, it needs to be used responsibly and ethically. We need to approach AI development with the sense of curiosity, humility, and a commitment to ensuring that it benefits all of humanity.
Well said. And to all of you watching out there, if this conversation has sparked your interest, we encourage you to learn more about AI reasoning. There are so many resources available online, and we'll be sure to include links to some of them in the description below. Thanks for joining us on Scholarly Ways, and until next time, stay curious.